nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day.
Vas-y. Change of plans. Problem is, give me a second. Here I am. I will put this here. Put the camera on. This. This. All right. So I was pressure canning some beans, and my pressure canner is bigger than what I'm used to because it's a new one, and it's taking it a while to warm up. So I started around 7, and it was just starting to have enough pressure in right now. And my girlfriend told me to go do my live stream, and she was going to take care of it. So it's pretty awesome because she'll have to learn about it from when the weight starts dancing. All right. So let's see who's here. Homesteading Hustle was here earlier, but when I tried to reply, it wasn't here. But hello anyway. Thank you anyway for stopping by. We have Marilyn. Hello. Destiny is here. Marilyn, I'm giving you a little shout out in my next video. Well, I don't know when it's going to come out, but I'm giving a little shout out to you and Annie. You'll see. Sarah, HoldTheLineHomestead, thank you so much for stopping by, saying hi to each other. Suzanne Goulette, thank you so much for being here. Darren, Thorhaven Farm, hope you and everyone are doing amazing. I am almost done my wine, so I am doing great. Wendy Benjamin is here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope everyone is having a great time. Hope everyone had a wonderful week. People saying hi to each other. Awesome. Last Friday, I had planned to do a live stream, and things changed. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, so I figured I was just going to go with the flow and see what time I get home. We took the kids out, went to do a little grocery shopping just to spend some time with the kids and girlfriend. You know how it is. We arrived home. It was around 9:30, so I figured I wasn't going to do a live stream at 9:30 without a warning, and I was just going to take the night off. It's been a busy last 2 weeks, as you can imagine. This is the harvesting time of the season, and we almost woke up to a frost 2 days ago. And now we're kind of on a standby. Well, not on a standby, but there's a possibility, although the possibilities are shrinking as we speak, that there might be a hurricane coming this way. It zigzagged a little bit going up straight towards us, and then it just curved a little bit. So maybe Jack and Lindsay at Ren's Homestead, maybe they'll get some of the rain. People in Nova Scotia will definitely be getting some of the wind and rain. Here we should be all right. I am taking the day off from work on Monday. It's supposed to be nice, but when I checked the weather again after I left work, it was supposed to be nice on Sunday and rain again on Monday. So we'll see. As long as I have that extra day to do some more canning and stuff like that, I'm good. So let's see. In the last 2 weeks, so we're on the 25th. I still have my calendar in July. 25th. So since the last time we spoke on August 11th, on the 12th, I went over at my friend Remy's and Marilyn's place. They were harvesting their chickens, and they helped me do mine, so I'm helping them do theirs. They did pretty good. I think they ended up with about 190 pounds of meat, and they had 30 chickens. Is my math correct? It turned out to be around 5.5 pounds per chicken. So that was on, yeah. And on the 17th, which was last Thursday, I went again with them to harvest some blueberries. And since I was lucky enough to have a foraging class, by the way, Darren, I tagged Brigitte in a post on Facebook about this lady going near your place for foraging. She's giving a foraging class, and she's great. She speaks French, and that's the only reason I tagged Brigitte instead of you. But if you want to go, I can give you the information. I think she's charging $60, and she's actually taking you out, showing you at least a dozen plants. If you have questions, she's going to answer those questions. She's giving you a little snack after with the stuff that she harvested during your little walk. And she's sending you a book, PDF version of the book that she's currently writing, which is pretty awesome. So, you're getting your money's worth of information. One of the things that she showed us was this year called Thé des Bois. So it's actually in English. It's a wintergreen. It's something I learned. I dehydrated the herbs and the fruits. I don't know if you can see. There's a few red berries in there. I didn't try it yet. I'm sure it smells great. Oh my God. Oh. The longer you keep your mason jar closed, the more the smell is going to stay in there. There's no danger for me to open it. It's all dehydrated by now anyway. I also have some mandarin balm tea here as well. This is new from this year. Yes, Darren, it is a great course. I learned so much. We went for the first class I took. We went around the building And within 15 minutes, she had already shown us about 10 plants that were edible. Um, some of the plants are growing in your backyard, in your garden, probably, and you think that it's only weeds, but some of it is actually edible. And I'm not suggesting anyone goes in the garden and just start eating everything you see. But once you get to know the plants, I mean, it's incredible the amount of food that we have growing near us. I was driving in the woods while we went blueberry picking on Thursday, and I looked around, and not only did I find a lot of mushrooms, but there was a lot of plants that I knew were edible. And sorry, I'm getting tired. I'm I'm more confident than ever that if I ever get lost in the woods, that I can actually survive. Hello, John. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget the thumbs up. And 30 seconds of your time is awesome. And yeah, blueberries. Um, I went blueberry picking on August 7th with a friend of mine. I harvested about 7 pounds of blueberries. I found some of that tea, and another one that's called petit thé, which in English means little or small tea. I don't know the exact name of the plant, but I wasn't 100% sure of what it was, so I figured I'm just going to grab a few. If it's that, well, at least I'll have like one cup of tea. If it's not, then I'm not going to waste too much time harvesting that plant. After double checking and triple checking and checking in books and confirming with people that I know, that women, Julie, giving foraging class, and Jessica that I had on one of my live stream a couple of years back, they confirmed that with the smell, the way the plant looks, there was no doubt, there was no look-alike around. So I went again, and I went with my brother, and I harvested a bunch of them. So I ended up with about 15 pounds of blueberries total. Sorry. And I have some frozen in the freezer. We made some, I don't even know what it's called, crustade. Marilyn, would you know the English term for that? It's like you take wheat. Is that wheat? And you make it. It's not really a pie. It's kind of crispy on top, but anyway, it was delicious. Usually, you see that with apples. I did that with apples as well, and we did it with blueberries. We did blueberry jam. Girlfriend is texting me. Crumble. Okay, thank you, darling. So blueberry crumble. It was very big success. It was delicious. And since I went back, I harvested a bunch of tea, the wintergreen, and the other one. The other one is even more amazing. It smells even better. I got back home. I harvested a lot of my herbs, not all of it because I don't even have enough space to put it all. I have mint, mandarin balm, lemon balm, sage, thyme. What else? Chamomile. There's a few things growing that I don't even know what it is. I know that it's herbs, so I know that it's something that I planted there because I mean it's obvious that it's not weeds. I'm just not 100% sure what it is. I still have the herb the Merlin sent me that I have to harvest. Yeah, I have to harvest it tomorrow, dehydrate it, and keep it for for stuffing my rabbits. We gotta get out there and harvest a bunch more. And chances are, if you have blueberries, you have some of that tea. Um, Little trick, I can double check for you if you find some. There's little cranberry like little red fruits. Um, the leaves, I don't know if there's any way that I could show you the leaves. Um, but I have like one here, but I don't think you can see through the jar. But once you pinch it in your hands, it smells like peppermint. The little tea you have, I think they're called mama berries, if I'm not mistaken. They're little tiny white berries, and if you squish them, it smells even more like peppermint. So they tend to grow near each other and makes incredible tea. I harvested some sumac, which was also a first. It didn't have a huge success here at home, although Anthony said he loved it enough that he would drink it again. Alexa and Manon didn't really like it. I thought it was okay. I'm not a fan of lemonade, but it kind of tastes like lemonade, so it was good. I brought some at work, and there was a success. I think 12 people tried, and out of those 12 people, only one person said she didn't like it. 3 of them liked it enough to get a second cup, and the rest said that it was good. They wouldn't mind drinking it with something else like alcohol or a little bit more sugar maybe. And what I did, if you know what sumac is, it's like a red flower that grows like a cone. I cleaned it up a little bit because I found some earwigs in one of the flower. So I cleaned it up, soaked it in water in the fridge for 48 hours, and then I strained with the cheesecloth, and whatever was left was pure sumac juice. And like I said, it has a little citrus taste, kind of like lemonade, but maybe with a little pinch of raspberries, which is awesome. I just think that it would need a little bit more sugar, but it's known for the antioxidant properties. So it's something good to have. It's healthy, and yeah. So Mano, if you're still watching, you can text me if you want. But is the pressure canner doing okay? I also what else did I can? We canned some blueberry jam, a few beans a couple days ago. I blanched and froze beets. My beets, I realized that all the beets in my garden that were doing okay have all been eaten by mice. So I probably lost around 5 pounds of beets, and it's too late for me to grow anything extra. But I went to the farmer's market and purchased some more. So at least I'm gonna have some beets for the winter. I harvested about 70 pounds of tomatoes because we were expecting frost, and lucky for us, it didn't happen. But it kind of sucks that I had to harvest all my tomatoes. They were not ripe yet, and yeah. I was told to put them in a box in a dark, cool place that they would ripen. From what I understand, that's the way it's supposed to go. But I put some of them next to the window, and the ones that were next to the window are turning red way faster than the other ones. So I am freezing them one by one as they turn red, and as soon as I have enough, I will be doing some salsa or spaghetti sauce or both. I have one of those machines that I purchased on Amazon, um, especially to make tomato sauce, tomato paste. Hello, Amanda. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, well, it kind of sucks, but then again, um, it's not like they're lost. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna get uh, ripe at some point. I kept some on the plants in case. Well, I didn't want to harvest everything, and I didn't want to leave it all, but I still have a few tomatoes on the plants. I harvested all of my peppers. They did not turn um, red or orange the way they were supposed to, but they were, well, some of them were about the size of a softball, which is pretty amazing. And it's still going to be edible, and it's still going to do the job it's supposed to do. So I ended up with, well, I decided to freeze them in one cup at a time in a sealer, vacuum sealer, and I ended up with precisely 10 cups of peppers, which is awesome. It's going to be easier when time comes to do some recipes. I can just open a bag, 1 cup, 2 cups, and so on. I pickled some eggs. I have like 4 mason jars full of vinegar eggs. I harvested some lemon balm, mandarin balm, and mint that's already in little jars like the one you see right here. But I also have some just hanging out, head down, in the kitchen, and let it hair dry. So we'll see what that does. It's almost time for apple picking. Selch told me to go harvest some on his property, but I find they're too, I don't know, they're just not ready yet. Chow chow. I don't even know what that is. Chow chow. It's probably why it's so popular around here. I don't even know what it is. But I'm guessing it has to do with the peppers. That's a word you did not hear for a while. I'm trying to think. I don't think it doesn't ring any bell. But I'm still going with that every bit count challenge. Okay, made with green tomatoes. Okay. That's a word you haven't heard in a while. And did I say hi to you? If I have not, yes, I did. Okay. But hi again. I brought some, well, I brought 1 zucchini at work for a colleague of mine, and she made some zucchini muffins. It was awesome. So now I have some dehydrated zucchini and squash that I can bring as a snack at work. I started getting a few cucumbers, and I can bring some pickled eggs. So I have my snacks covered. Chow is, chow is delicious with fish cakes. Awesome. My Grammy used to make chow chow. It's my dad's favorite. Cool. And good evening and welcome, Lynn and Dave. I'm a maritimer that don't like chow chow. It's popular here. Well, honestly, I don't even know what it is. So I don't know. It could be good. I don't know. By the way, um, Lynn, congratulations for your son to get his first job. That's pretty cool. Um, and if there's anyone watching, I know there might be some people that don't want to chat, and that's fine. Uh, I am now at 3,618 subscribers. I started doing that thing on YouTube where you can pay for ads. Just pay like $2 or $3 per ads, and they're promoting your video. And it's giving me 932 subs in the last 28 days. That is awesome. And I know that Annie and Back to Basics Homestead has been exploding as well. Thorhaven Farm reached 3,000. Bucket List Homestead is close to 2,000, if not already passed. Did you make it to 2,000, Lynn? Not yet. So you're about less than 20 subs left to get to 2,000. That's pretty cool. Bucket List Homestead. If you're watching, go check out our channel. It's amazing. We can't stay long. We have to go pick Aiden up. That's fair. That's cool. Thanks for being here anyway. 18 away. Nice. Almost there. Thank you, Suzanne. Yeah, that's make a huge difference. Those little ads. It's given me more views, more subs, more watch time. I'm the only one that don't. Did I get a message? I'm just wondering if I know you're still watching. Let me know how you're doing with the pressure canner. It's her first time, and I'm not even there to watch it. So all I told her is I had just put the weight on, and I told her once you see the little weight dancing, start timing 20 minutes. And if you see the weight is going crazy, not stopping, it means that there's too much pressure. Just bring down the stove a little bit, like one degree, not 1 degree, but it's from 1 to 8, so 1 mark down, I guess, 1 number down, and it should settle down a little bit. And if you see it again, you do the same thing again. Yeah, not everyone likes everything, and that's fair enough. I usually don't eat pickled cucumbers. Pickle. I don't dill pickle. Maybe if I could try again. I wouldn't mind trying again. Because I mean, I didn't try since I was a kid. We have to go get the new working man. Awesome, Lynn. Say hi, and hopefully everything went well for him. And have a great weekend. I don't like tomatoes, I don't like onions, and I don't like peppers. So basically, the vegetables you see on a pizza, except for the sauce, tomato sauce, those are the vegetables I don't like. But if you make them into a salsa or into a spaghetti sauce, I don't mind. I just don't like chewing on it. So what I do is put it in a blender, and that way I can make some nachos or tacos or whatever, and I'm good. It's weird, but if the tomatoes, onions, and peppers are cooked, basically, I'll eat it. I guess that's the only way I eat it. So it's not that bad. I mean, I don't like them raw. One other thing I wanted to talk about Lynn is just leaving, and I don't know if everyone here was aware of what happened to her a couple of months ago when she lost her account. She got hacked. She was approached thinking that it was a legit company, asking her to promote one of her product. And turned out that when she got the PDF document, she was hacked. It kind of scared me, and I've received 4 different companies approaching me lately. And you do your homework now. Well, at least I did. The first one I got was message, and I know, Darren, you got the same message as well, for a drone. Now, I started filming with it, but it was too cloudy. I didn't want to film when it was like darkish outside, But they sent me this drone. It's lovely, it's beautiful, and it's working awesome. From what I can see, I just put it on just to see what it would look like. And the image is actually pretty good. It comes with a little case. It's a beautiful drone, really. I will have a video coming up in the next few days. It's supposed to be nice outside either Sunday or Monday. And this is the joystick that comes with it. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. So you have a little place here to put your phone. You put your phone sideways. You connect your phone with the drone. And then the joystick is similar to all the video games we have. So you can actually drive the drone looking on your screen, which is pretty cool. And it's very compact. You can put it in the box pretty much. It's quick and doesn't take much space. So yeah. One other thing that I got an email about was about vacuum sealer plastic bags. I will not name the company yet. I still didn't receive the product. I am waiting for that. And apparently it's a pretty good company. Their people are happy. And it turns out that I am doing a lot of freezing, so it's good for me. I also got approached for a humidifier tower. I'm just waiting because they wanted to. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about the contracts I have with them. So basically, they're giving me a certain amount of money to buy the product, and once the review is done, they give me the rest. But even with what I would have to pay up front from my own pocket, it's something that I have to buy on Amazon. So they're sending me the money for me to buy on Amazon, to make a video and a review on Amazon and all that kind of stuff. But by the cost, I'm still winning. And I was trying to find a way for them to hack me or to scam me, and I couldn't find anything. It might be possible, but I have all the emails, I have all the information, all the contracts. If something happens, I am backed up. And one other thing that I am waiting in the mail right now is a battery chainsaw. I know a lot of people lately have got that chainsaw. I saw Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. Usually stops in and says hi, but he's actually live at the same time as me. He's been going live at the same time for the past couple of weeks now. So depending on what time I'm done, I might send you over to him. I know he made a video on it. I know I've seen another one. I don't remember who it was. And Kendra from Plowman's Backyard was also gifted one of those chainsaws. And it seemed to look pretty well. So I can't wait to get it to try it out myself and see what it does. It's pretty cool because they're sending me free stuff. And I don't mind doing that stuff because it's related to my channel. I mean, the drone is not necessarily... Yeah, John Faulkner, right? Yeah, I think he's the one I saw. I don't necessarily have a channel about drones, but I can use a drone to give you a nice view of my garden and the community garden and all that kind of stuff. So I can still use it and promote it by, doing the stuff I like. Same with the sealer bags. They're actually something that I will use. And if I love them, I'm actually going to buy them myself. Okay, John from Will It Grow. Okay. It could be him also. I remember seeing another video about that chainsaw, but I don't remember who it was. It was a while back. The humidifier is not necessarily something that's related to my channel, but then again, as a homesteader, some people will heat their home with a wood stove, but some other people like me still have electricity, and it's very, very dry in the winter. And we use a new humidifier pretty much all winter around because, we get sick. It's winter, it's cold outside, a few flus, cold. It helps breathing. Let me just text my girlfriend and see. Apparently she's not listening anymore to my channel, to my live stream. So I'm just asking her if it's going well upstairs. Finished canning my pickles not long ago. Now making my salsa. It's almost ready. Awesome. So my colleague to give me the salsa recipe is actually doing some right now. I wonder if I can even show you. It doesn't really look like much on the picture. Yeah, it's hard to show. You only see red. Hello, Michael. Thank you so much for stopping by. Another awesome gardener. Okay, so I have a voice message to listen to after I'm done. A friend of mine okay, I'm just looking at on Facebook, the little community we have on Facebook. There was someone that requested joining, no information and no channel, so I declined. So yeah, a good friend of mine called me asking me if I had all my my meat for the winter, and the answer was no, because I was hoping to go moose hunting, and unfortunately, well, it's not easy to talk about, but I'm not a religious person. I don't pray, but if you believe in that stuff, you can pray for my uncle. He's the one that had the tag, and we just found out that he has aggressive cancer. We're still waiting for a second biopsy to see if it's spread. If it spread in his lungs. If it did, there's nothing they can do. If it did not, you can have a surgery and get his kidney removed, and he'll be fine. But let's just say that, moose hunting is not his priority, and it's not ours. And I mean, I would never want to put that pressure on him. Health comes first. But at the same time, moose has been a big part of my food source in the past couple of years. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the support. Yeah, I still need to find a meat source. Okay, so it didn't even start. The weight didn't start dancing yet. All right, might be done the live stream before I go upstairs and it actually starts. Yeah, I explained to her what to do if the weight starts like dancing too much. Like, if it goes crazy, put the heat down a little bit. Don't touch the weight. But she's telling me that it still didn't start yet, so it's just taking a long time. It's a bigger one than I'm used to, and I think that my stove might not be appropriate for that big pressure canner. So yeah, she can't remove the weight before. Pat one, okay. So someone in my family is watching because he heard about what I just said, and he texted me to know which uncle it was. It's probably Leighton. Hello, Leighton. Okay, Pat's watching. Hey, Pat. Sunday, if it's nice, I want to go harvest some more blueberries. If you want to come, Pat. So I'm just replying to my girlfriend. Hello, Tiffany. Thank you so much for stopping by. And hello to my brother Pat that's watching but not commenting. That's okay. So yeah, all that being said, I need another meat source for the winter. And my brother's listening, he's watching. If you're interested, tell your girlfriend to text me. A friend of mine called me. He has one pig ready to be processed, ready to go. 650 pounds. That's what he weighs round. That's not me. That's the whole thing. He's selling it for $450. He estimated about, according to him, it'd be around 300 pounds of meat. So for $225 each, we could get 150 pound of meat for $225. We need to butcher it ourselves, or remove all the skin and bring it to the butcher. I have a meat slicer here. I have a meat grinder. We can do everything ourselves, but we might not have time. But Pat, if you're watching, if you're interested, we can bring it to the butcher. I think it's like $1 a pound, so it would be another $150. So basically, $375 for about 150 pound of meat each, which is still good for organic pork, and it would give us meat for the whole winter. But anyway, if you're watching, Pat, let me know. Tiffany, thank you so much for stopping by. I know I said hi, but I just wanted to take a few seconds to say how much I appreciate all of you being here. So yeah, that might be a good option, a good plan B for me to get some meat. Because let's face it, grocery store, the meat there, it's not good. It doesn't taste right. It's very, very, very expensive, and you don't know where it's coming from. This pig, I trust the guy. Yeah, it seems to me that it's a pretty awesome deal. I'm pretty sure I could butcher it myself and vacuum seal most of the stuff. I have a meat slicer and a meat grinder, so I can make Amberg and I can make some pork chops. I was reading Magellan's comment. Moose does not do that good of bacon. True. The pork belly is the best, and that's something that I would not have to bring to the butcher. Save a few dollars there. Worst comes to worst, I have my own smoker, and I have a recipe that I can make to make some nice bacon, and I'm sure Darren has a few good recipes as well. Could use that kind of meat too. Yeah. When you call me, usually not usually. If it wasn't that good of a deal, I would just said like something like, it's not something that I'm really into right now, but it is a very good deal, and I really think that we could make our own pork chops and our own meat. I can cut the pig in half, give my brother his half, keep my half. Or if he wants, we can do the whole butchering ourselves. I have the vacuum sealer here, and we can do everything ourselves. We might have an extra pig as well. I'll keep you posted. Butchering a pig yourself is easy. Cool. And if I get that pig, I wouldn't need an extra one. But who knows? Maybe Marilyn might be interested. It's just a long drive to go get a pig, but I know it would be worth it. I know Lindsay told me from Ren's Homestead that they might have pig in the fall also. Hello, Jane. Thank you so much for stopping by. My elderberries, I purchased 3 at the store because I wanted to have more than one variety, and the 3 of them are doing great. I ended up with 3 of the cuttings that I grew myself. Well, from the cuttings that I purchased, and I think they're all still alive. They're all doing okay. One of them is buried deep in the weeds, in the big weeds. So my brother's saying yes about the pig. Awesome. So we'll go half and half on that pig, and either butcher it ourselves or bring it to the butcher and have meat for the winter. But yeah, the elderberry cuttings are doing great. I didn't get any fruits this year, although I got some flowers, but it might have just been a matter of not cross-pollinating or something like that. But the trees the ones that I got from my cuttings are still alive. There were a few leaves on them, so that's pretty good. And yeah, the rhubarb is doing great. Um, I have the one that Jane gave me, and my father-in-law gave me some more, and I have rhubarb growing all over my property now, which is awesome. I will let it take over, get huge, and then hopefully it'll kill the weeds around it, and I'll be able to go and harvest my raspberries and my yellow raspberries that are growing nearby. You need to get in on this stuff. um, I'm not sure what stuff you're talking about, but I know that Ren's Homestead told me they might have a few extra pigs. They might have some pork. So I don't know how they would go about that, but check them out. You can always send Lindsay a message. They're on social media. They're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Check them out. They're awesome. And I found out today they're also now into goats. So they will be even more self-sufficient now. Wish lived closer. I would love to go have with you. Yeah, check with Ren's Homestead. I'm not sure how much it would charge. I'm not sure what kind of deal they can make. I'm not sure if they still even have some left. But last time I spoke to them, they said they might have some extra. So maybe it'll be a good way for them to get rid of it. And if not, well, the worst they can say is no. And they live around Fredericton, so Tiffany wouldn't be that far off from you. It's like what, an hour and a half? Yeah, fresh organic pork. It's awesome. So I will send them a message now, actually. When do we... When do we have to go and get it? So let's see. I would love to be set for winter for meat. Yeah, me too. Like I said, usually we have a moose. Last year we were even more lucky. We had a moose and a deer. This year we might end up with pig. Okay. Okay. So he's gonna bring it to me. He's gonna do the part before he brings it to me. So he's gonna bring it to me. All I have to do is clean it up and butcher it. Would love to have more pigs, but I'll have rabbit, chickens, and lamb. I should be good for a while. Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's only you and your boyfriend, so it's a lot easier. So I can either go there and I'm not sure what word I'm allowed to say on YouTube, but I can either go there and finish him myself and then bring him home, or you can do that part and bring it to me. So either way, I'm going to have to talk to my dad because I'm going to need him. I'm going to need my dad to lift it up so that we can clean it up. I'm going to have to bring my sawzall, my butchering knives. And now that we know what to do, we can probably do something awesome. Darren, I have a question for you. When you do your bacon, do you just take the pork belly in chunks and smoke it, or you slice it up before you smoke it? Last time I I left it. I marinated it with maple syrup, kosher salt, and I think there was one more ingredient for about 5 days. Flipping it every few days, but I find that the taste was not inside the meat enough. So I ended up freezing it. It was still good. It was still, it's pork. It was still good, but it was not like real bacon. Your bacon is awesome. So I'm just wondering what you do different than I did. My cuttings were planted out, died so hard. Oh, that's not fun. Next year, Jane, if if I can see the post again, I'll let you know. The lady had them for like, I think she was charging a flat rate for shipping and $2 per cutting with a minimum of 10. So you could, well, what I did, I purchased some for $45, and I have 3 trees that are doing well. I planted them. I did them proper way and everything. I brought one to Kendra and at Plumman's backyard and Dan Beeview Range, Ron. I gave one to Darren. I don't know if it's still alive. I gave one to Annie, and I gave a few to my friends here nearby. So, it was kind of cheap. And I ended up with about 12 cuttings. She sent me like 2 extras, which is good because 2 of them died. So I ended up with the 10 thriving, in my opinion. They were doing great. Awesome. Still have rabbits. We're supposed to be. Still have rabbits where they are supposed to be, and the place they're at now is no good for winter. Far from you, from Ontario, about 6 hours. Big drive, yeah. Hello, Tracy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Saying hi to each other. No worries, Tracy. There's no such thing as being late. And especially since on Thursdays, I was always busy pretty much all winter and all summer. So I missed a lot of your live streams, and I caught about the last 45 minutes last night. So, yeah, you missed all the conversation about meat in the freezer. But basically, Tracy, you are the praying type. Pray for my uncle. He just learned that he has aggressive cancer. He was the one with the moose stag, so obviously we're not going to go moose hunting, but I understand and I am okay with it, and I am hoping that he focuses on his life before hunt. But it was leaving me without meat for the winter, and a friend of mine called me earlier, just a few minutes before the live stream, actually, offering me one of his pigs, about 600 pounds round, which according to him would be around 350 pounds of meat. Yeah, 300 to 350 of meat for $450, which was a very good deal. And my brother and I are jumping on it. See, so I did that. I soaked it for about 5 days. It was even longer than you. So yeah, it was salt, brown sugar, and maple syrup instead of water, which should have given it even more flavor. But I found that yours was even better than mine. Maybe because of the 6 to 8 hours of smoking. I think I only did mine for like 3 hours. That could have been it. So I will try your technique this time. Elderberry is doing well. Awesome. That's great. Great to know. Um, I don't think Annie is here, but I can ask her, Jane, and if she doesn't have the recipe for pizza, I can ask her to go and add it up because I think she made a video on it. I didn't have time to watch it. I am so far behind on all my videos. But yeah. My aunt only gave me 1 egg today. I didn't go see today. I had 42 yesterday, but I haven't been checking them in the past couple of days. So basically, the past 12 days, I ended up with 91 eggs in the past 12 days, which is pretty cool. I think it's good. Hello, Tammy. Thank you so much for stopping by. I have a lot of people tonight. That's awesome. Saying hi to each other. Rebel Caners, Tammy. Tracy, how are your piglets? Yeah, what else? What else going on? Oh, yeah. So I went to Giant Tiger. Remember last year I found seeds that was 2 for $1, and I jumped on it, and I got called seed addict because of it. Apparently, I have a problem with seeds, right, Megaden? But I mean, this time it was 25 cents per pack of seeds, and I think that I was really reasonable. $1, $2, $3 worth of seeds. That's not much. Yeah, but what I can do is go back and purchase more. There should be 99 cents, and I got them for like, some of them scanned at 20 cents. So I purchased sweet basil, parsley, spinach, dill, cabbage, turnips, lettuce. Hello, Melissa. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, hello. A lot of fishing this summer. Not at all. Not a single bass. What I hate the most about the whole fishing situation is that we have a First Nation reserve here that put nets for salmon, which is fine, but they catch a lot of bass, and usually they simply get rid of them. They just throw them away. I'm hoping that I can reach one of them. They get caught in their nets, and they just get rid of them. Some of them will keep them. Some of them will just get rid of them. If I could get them, they're giving them away. And it's a bass. I mean, it's legal. I'm allowed to have it home. They're allowed to give it to me. I'm allowed to have 3 per family member, which means that I'm allowed to have 21 bass. I need fish. I didn't get trout. Well, I have trout that I caught at the stock pond. That's not so. It's not really true that I don't have fish, but I don't have a lot of fish. I'll have chickens. I'll have turkeys, but no fish. Well, not enough fish, and not enough red meat. So the pig will be a blessing, and if I could get some bass. Apparently, they started catching some around the beach here. I guess lately it's been doing great. So I have to go. If it can be nice this weekend, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but Sunday and Monday should be nice. So I might take like one evening and go bass fishing. Well, it's only a problem if it's causing me health issues or other issues. And I mean, it's healthy. That's a good habit to have. That's a good addiction to have. Um, Herbs and vegetables. Um, so yeah, piglets are getting bigger all the time. That's great. I will check my giant tiger tomorrow. Awesome. Um, and I mean, some of them scan for 20 cents and 25 cents. So I'm guessing they're seeds from 2023 that they had to get rid of before next season. So that's why they're so cheap, but they're still good. I mean, you can plant them next year and have plenty of them sprouting. I'll definitely pray for your uncle and your whole family. Thank you, Tracy. Just my uncle is fine. Because I mean, that family has been hit with so much bad luck. There's four of them. My two cousins, one of them went through breast cancer. She's a cancer survivor. And the other one was 38 years old. I think it was back in 2017, 2018. Was 38, multiple heart attacks. He needed to have a big surgery and everything and a stent in his heart. He almost died. And, he's doing okay. But his life has been, well, it was not the same. I'll just put it this way. I'm turning 40 in about 2 months. Well, not even 2 months, a month and a half. I'm turning 40 in a month and a half. And I can't imagine myself not doing any sports, not being able to go fishing and all that kind of stuff. But he was 38 and he couldn't do any of that stuff anymore. See, like he's 44 or he just turned 45. Don't remember. But he can go sit in a boat and fish, but he can't go down a stream or down a river like we used to when we were younger. So it's not something that I'm even considering a possibility for me. I would hate to have to go through that stuff. Bass is good. It's one of the best fish around, and it's big, and we're allowed to catch them. So, yeah. Last year I was lucky because I had two friends that brought me on a fishing trip on a boat, and I ended up, filling my freezer quite fast. And had about 50% of my limit, and we met another guy that wanted to go fishing. He had no bait, we had no boat. It was a perfect match. We went fishing with him, and we caught the rest of what was needed for our limits. I brought some kids with me, and we ended up catching what was needed. So we're allowed 3 in possession per family member. And, we ate one in the summer, and we had 21 left when the summer was over. So we caught 22 fish total that we were allowed to keep. Once we eat one fish, it's gone. It's no longer in possession. So we're still allowed to have 21 after that, which we did. And, yeah. So I have another message. Let me just check. Okay. So they messaged me the day before. So yeah, I had plenty of fish. I think beside a few salmon, and a few pork chops. I didn't buy any meat at the store in the past 2 years. Like I said, we bought some pork chops because we didn't have any pigs last year. But that was like maybe one meal a month of pork and maybe one meal a month of salmon. The rest was all deer, chicken, turkeys, um, deer, moose. Um, I named it already, but anyway. So it was a pretty good year last year. I would like more fish in the freezer, but would have to find better fishing spots. I don't know the rules in Quebec, but I know in New Brunswick, all the streams and rivers are open for fishing. Some of them are open for fishing with fly only, and some of them are just open for a few, um, like specific parts of the river. But any streams and any brook is actually legal to fish. Um, what you need to do, Darren, is fix some vacation to come my way, and we can go fish some bass. That would be awesome. That's great fishing right there. It's fun, and it's a lot of nice meat. We only let our pigs to get to about 250, so they have the perfect amount of fat. The first time and only time I did pigs, we ended up with 130 pounds. No, 140 pounds pigs of meat. 140 pounds of meat, which we were happy because it was our first time. But 250 would be even better. Yeah, everybody needs to go fishing. When you're fishing, there's no worries, there's no stress, there's nothing but you and nature. That's what I love about fishing. Um, what I hate is the bugs and not catching anything. But I mean, um, you just go out in nature, you relax next to the river. The river's flowing, the sound is so relaxing. You're just sitting there, reeling, casting. It doesn't get any better than that, really. 250 mark is a perfect size. I wish we do more fishing, period, but we are limited on time and everything. Yeah. For me this year, the problem was the rain. What we usually do is early August, end of July, we go at the beach with the kids. The kids can play in the water and in the sand and all that kind of stuff. And we have a few rods in the water, just a little bit further. But this year, I had my 2 weeks of vacation when I went to see Jack and Lindsay down in Fredericton. And when I got home from my vacation, it started raining and raining and raining and raining. It's been raining non-stop. I think we've had like 3 days where it didn't rain in the past month and a half. And I took those days to go blueberry foraging. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Have you ever fished blueberries? That's pretty cool. I need to wake up. Blueberry foraging. Don't make a t-shirt out of this one, Tracy. I can just put the blame on alcohol. Yeah, life does get in the way. Like I said, rain. And if it's not raining, it's something else. I can't wait to be my age. You'll get there, Tracy. You'll get there. 40 is going to come quick enough. You'll see. Salmon is pretty weird here. The natives are allowed to put nets and catch as many as they want, which in some cases could be 100 fish per day. On the Quebec side, they're allowed to fish them and keep them. We can fish on the same river on the New Brunswick side, and we're not allowed to keep them. I don't know the logic behind this, but anyway, if you understand that, let me know. It was April 2020 we stopped having to buy at the grocery store. That's awesome. We're still pretty good on the vegetables, except for potatoes. Potatoes is something that we have to buy often. I don't think we bought carrots in the past couple of year. I don't even know what this is. Zucchini relish, maybe? I don't remember who gave me this. It could have been Kendra. I'll put it up front so I can try it. So I have beans. I still have some moose meat here. It's canned. So it's still good. And I have some carrots, some chicken broth. And today I found some beans. This is not the one, but I found some canned beans on sale. Some chicken noodle soup and some vegetable soup from the No Name brand for like 70 something cents each. So I bought a few. Depending on the fish, have some period. I used to go bass and pike all the time back in Ontario, but there are like zero fish in this area. There probably is. It's just a matter of knowing where to go. I don't remember seeing much rivers in your area. There's like the big river where you cross the bridge, but it's probably impossible to fish. We have small brook trout. We have those here as well. And I want to go with the kids. Anthony and Lucas love fishing, but it's been impossible this year. And I was just telling that to a colleague of mine today. I think it was back in 2016. We decided to go deer hunting on Grand Manan Island because there's a lot of deer there. And where we usually go, there's no deer. I mean, we could barely see tracks in the snow. That's how much, it was not much. That's how many deer was in the area. When you don't even see the tracks, it means there's not too many deers around. The year we decided to go hunt on Grand Manan Island is the year that we saw the most amount of pictures on Facebook from people getting bucks all around where we used to hunt. So we're like, okay, well, we chose the wrong year to do this. Fishing this year, it's been raining nonstop, and I figured, the past 5 years, I would go fish for like a whole day for like 2 trout. I figured this year I'm not even bothering. I'm not getting my license. I'm not going. And the people around me are saying that because it's been raining so much, the water level are very high, and there's a lot of fish apparently. So I might have to bring the kids out. I don't know if I have to buy my license for the kids to fish. I don't think I have. I think they can fish on their own, but we'll see. Good night, Marilyn. I can see everyone saying goodbye, so getting to bed. Have a good night, everyone. Awesome. Take care, Marilyn. Can go about an hour away. We get brooks, rainbows, and some browns. Awesome. I would love to have some rainbow trouts in our rivers here, but I know they can destroy the habitat. What kind of fly lure do you use for your blueberries? I just go by hands. I just put my hand in the bush and the blueberries bite. Yeah. I have to go back around and hit 40. My squash are 24 inches long, but split lengthwise because of the rain. I tend to harvest them earlier. When they get about my spaghetti squash, when they get about this size, this is about the size I go for my squash, butternut squash. The yellow early prolific squash. I harvest them even smaller than this, maybe, well, not this size, but when they get about 8 to 10 inches long, I harvest them. I find it tastes better. But some people will harvest zucchinis about this long and about this big. I try to go with big ones and as big as I can. Mystery jar, yes. Well, it looks like relish or green salsa, maybe. I think this is something that Kendra from Plowman's Backyard gave me, and it is still sealed properly. No, so no rush. But if I could know what it is, I would know how to cook it. But it looks like green salsa or relish. I can probably make something with it. Looks like chow chow. Yeah, I understood that. All right, so she's probably gone by now. But anyway, take care, Makilen. Can your own beans for a few cents per jar. The lid costs more. Yeah, and I realized I don't know how much it is, but I found some lids at Dollarama. They were $3 for 12, so it's like 33 cents, 25 cents. Yeah, 25 cents each lid. It's not that bad, really. Oh, and that's something else I wanted to talk about. My colleague sent me a message from someone on Facebook Marketplace selling mason jars, the huge 1 liter ones, and there was some with white mouth and some regular ones. She had 30 jars for $24. So I figured, it's still a better deal than at the store because I think they're gone up now. They're like $15 for 12. With the lids and all that. I have some lids here. So it was a good deal for me. Take care, Darren. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I went and bought them. And then another friend of mine, another colleague of mine, sends me a message asking me if I wanted to get her white mouth mason jars. She had, I think it was 16 or 15 of them. She didn't like the white mouth ones, so she simply gave them to me. So they were given free. I did purchase some lids a while back by mistake, thinking that those were the regular ones. Because whenever I go to the store, I see something, I'll buy the biggest one I can get. So I bought like the big ones, and they were not the right ones. But now I'll have the lids and the Freemason jars. So it's all good. Yes, thank you, Tracy. 17 thumbs up. That's pretty awesome. 13 people watching. That's nice, Tracy. Yeah. Okay, I didn't read what you had there. I went for a walk in the Homestead woods yesterday, and there were deer tracks everywhere. Awesome. One day, Tracy, one day. When the kids are old enough and when I don't have to pay for their living anymore, I'll be able to bring my debts down and put some money aside, and I'll go over. And now that I know that it's not such a big drive, it's about 8 hours from my place to your place, probably, because we can. Well, no, maybe more, but it's something that's doable in a day. Maybe 10 to 12 hours drive. We'll go. My brother and I will go. I'm pretty sure he'll want to come. We'll have to wait for his kids to be old enough as well, but we'll go. I don't know what the quantities of deers we're allowed to get in your area. I think you're like allowed to have one buck and 2 does or something like that. That would be awesome. Had to cut 3 large sumac from the foundation, so my right shoulder is bad. Red wine is not working. Yeah. I find that this wine is more like juice. But apparently it's playing with my brain a little bit because I say stupid things. But I don't have any sumac tree on my property that I know of. There's one growing next to my electric post. That might be one. I'm not sure. The leaves look like it, but it could be. I don't even know where it would come from if it was it, because it's just been growing there by itself. It's still small. I didn't see any flowers on it yet. So I never tried the white mouth, so I don't even know what the difference is. To me, I just put the stuff in. I rinse my jar and I put the lid on and I can. But I don't know if there would be any difference, any advantages, or any flaws from having a white mouth. Most mine regular. Oh, my white mouth are great for pickles. Okay. I did put a few eggs, pickled eggs in vinegar in the white mouth. One of them that I had here. Buy her a special coffee. I asked her what she wanted for, and she said all she needed was my friendship. Plus, she said he's gonna pay for all the drives I gave her to the. Thing is, from the hospital to the Canadian Tire, there's about like less than 2 kilometers. It's maybe like 1.5 kilometers. Her boyfriend works there. She works at a hospital with me. So sometimes she asks me to drive her there. And it's fine because, half the time I have to go get something at Walmart anyway. And it's just across the Canadian Tire. So it doesn't bother me at all. So she's like, it's going to pay for all the times you brought me, to get my car. So I'm like, okay, sure. And today, funny thing is, I was waiting for her to be done at work because she had all the jars in her car. So I'm like, I don't mind waiting. And she ended up being busy and having to do overtime. So I'm like, well, you know what? I'm not going to leave. I mean, I'm waiting for my mason jars. So I was there waiting. Might as well help you out. And I mean, it wasn't my responsibility to stay, so they can't really pay me overtime because I was just there on my own. And it's not like I was required to stay. But like, okay, I'll give you like 30 minutes of volunteer work, and it's gonna help with the mason jars. So kind of paid for them somehow, with my time and help. Look forward to it. It should be awesome. Is that it? Is that $1 and 2 does per person? I know it's gonna cost a lot. We have to get like all the license for the rifles and stuff. But if you have a lot of deer, I mean, that would be awesome. Is sumac good for anything? From what I read, it's supposed to be good for the blood flow, and it's said to be a very big antioxidant, good for cancer. So It tastes like lemonade. Like I said earlier, you weren't here, but it has like a lemonade raspberry taste. Um, but it's not very sweet. It's kind of sour a little bit. So, it's healthy, but it's something that I would, next time I do it, I will try to put maybe some stevia. Maybe some stevia would fix the little sour taste. But it's like drinking water with, if you added some flavor to it, some flavored water, kind of. How it doesn't really have that. I don't know. I guess I need some sugar. 1% of people are allergic to sumac. I am very allergic. Lucky me, not. Well, that's not fun. I brought some at work. People that tried, none of them were allergic, so that's good. Nobody died, so that's even better. But I like bringing stuff at work that I know that they didn't try before. I had some fireweed tea last time. That was a huge success, and the sumac was pretty good too. People liked it. It depends on what licenses you get. If you get archery or muzzleloader, you can get your either sex. Regular season is an enter only, and you can try for a doe permit for regular season. So you have to kill a buck before you can go for a doe. But if you have a lot of deer, it's probably easy to do, right? Like, I mean, let's say, just asking for a friend, let's say that the friend's brother was to get a buck, and then, it'd be allowed to have a doe, and that friend in question would see a doe, and it'd be not allowed legally, but you would be able to shoot it so that the brother in question would have like a buck and a doe. That would be okay. That's what you're telling me, right? The one time I harvested it, my eyes and throat swelled. The next time I went out on out of my car and touched the steering, I reacted again because it had residue from the wow. It's weird. I picked it up, and it's kind of greasy a little bit, oily, or your hands are kind of sticky after. It's pretty weird. It's pretty strange. It's cool. I love it. Yeah, that's very allergic. You can only go for buck unless it's a control hunt. Youth cannot either. Here you have to be 16 to be able to hunt any big game, bear, moose, and deer, and you have to be within yelling distance or seeing distance of someone over 19 or 18. But I know if you're 18 or 19, you're allowed to hunt on your own. If you're 16, you're allowed to hunt small game on your own, birds and rabbits. And you need to be 12 to be able to hunt at all, but with an adult. So Anthony was 14 last year. I brought him with me to go grouse hunting. He missed a lot. We could have had a lot more grouse than we did, but it's okay. I mean, it's a learning curve. I'd rather play it safe and teach him the proper way. He's gonna get a chance to get some. No, you can get one archery doe or buck, one doe or buck muzzleloader, one buck regular season, and one doe with a doe permit. Only order to follow is the open season. So you would need to buy the doe license on its own. Is that what you're saying? It might be because it's late. It might be because it's Friday. It might be because of the wine. It might be just because I'm dumb, or because the different rules are so hard to understand. I'm not sure I understand exactly what I would need to do to get a doe. Okay, so you would need to buy a regular tag and a doe tag. Would the doe tag be more expensive, or because here it's a draw? If you want to have a doe tag, it's a draw. Um, Depending on what zone you apply in, you have like 1 chance on 100 to get drawn. Apparently, the zone where we go, where Jack and Lindsay are, it's like 1 out of 3 chances, 33% chance to get drawn. Last year we had 0 out of 4. So this year the 4 of us are applying again. I'm guessing Jack and Lindsay. So it would have been 0 out of 5 last year. I'm guessing Jack and Lindsay are going to apply this year. If they get a deer, a doe tag is going to be for them. It's not. They're not going to split with us, but just shows that how unlucky we are with that stuff. But let's hope that one of us can get a doe tag this year. Hopefully we can get at least one. 10 is the hunting age. Cool. With another licensed hunter. Okay. Every year is different how many deer you can take and how many bucks versus does. Based on car deer accidents, but we have archery gun and muzzle loading season, so at least 3, sometimes more. Wow. Here, the only way that you can get 2 deer is if you are lucky enough to get a doe tag. You go bow hunting for the doe, you get your doe, then you're allowed to purchase the second license for $1. Other than that, you can only go for a doe if you were drawn, or for $1. But you can get any deer with antlers. I mean, if you get a doe that has antlers, because that happens once in a while, as long as the antlers are, I think they have to be, I don't know if it's 3 inches or something like that. They have to be easy to see to be legal. Farmers can get block permit for deer based on crop damage. Make friend with farmers. Yeah, we have those tags here as well in New Brunswick. But the thing is, the deer population is concentrated in the south area of the province, which is at least 3 to 6 hours away. So to get to know someone down there, even if I did, they most likely have a bunch of friends and family members already. Jack wanted to try to apply for one of those. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to be able to, but that would be nice to have. The doe permits only give so many per wildlife management unit, like a computer-generated lottery. Okay, so it's a draw, kind of like what we have here. You can only harvest 1 deer per year unless you buy extra tag for lots more money. Okay, well, that'd be fun if we could do that for moose. We keep telling the government. I said the word government. We're suggesting that they do applications by group of 2 instead of 1 by 1. Because what happens is people will get drawn and go by groups of 2 or 3 anyway. So make people apply by groups of 2 or 4, but 2 would be a good start. Then, instead of having 1 chance out of 12, you might get 1 chance out of, it's not going to be one out of 6, because it all depends on when was the last time you got drawn. But still, I mean, you would have more chance to go hunting, because I know some people that get drawn every year. Well, not every year necessarily them, but someone in their group. And I've heard of some people, applying in groups of 4 or 5 and having 3 to 5 tags. So they don't even hunt with those tags. I mean, 2 years ago, my mom and I got our tags. We would have been fine with 1 tag. We were lucky that we have big families. I mean, my brother has 4 kids and I have 5. And my parents like the meat also. 2 moose. It ended up being about 850 pounds of meat. Um, but that didn't last a year for us. I mean, let's face it, we're a family of 7. I ended up with about 400 pounds of meat out of those 2 moose. And within 6 months, I'd say that 90% of the moose was gone. Um, so if we could apply by groups of 2, instead of having 2 moose a year, we'd have 1, and maybe a chance for another one the next year. Instead of having people getting 3 to 5 tags per group of 5, they would have 1 or 2, maybe 3, but that would be very unlikely, and that would give a tag for someone else. Another thing that we're asking as hunters in New Brunswick to change is the draw dates. Someone coming, a non-resident, they will know by the end of February if they were drawn or not. So they can call their, they need to have a guide. So they can call their guide and say, hey, I was drawn. So make sure you go and put a block of salt and do whatever you have to do to get the moose there, because we're coming in at the end of September. We get our results the beginning of July. So it's like 3 months later. It gives us the rest of July, August, and September to get our stuff ready, our spot ready, to go scout and all that kind of stuff. So we would hope that we would know our results before. I mean, even if we had to apply February and get our results mid-March, what's the big deal? I don't know. It's hard to understand sometimes. I don't know if there's any reason why they do it this way. A couple of years back, we thought that it could have been because they wanted to give a chance to more people to get the hunting course, firearm safety course. But now you can't even apply if you don't already have the course. So it doesn't change anything really. We did apply for doe tags. I think the applications were done like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and we will have the results in we're 25th. So in 2 weeks from now, we'll have the results. On September 5th, we'll know if we can get a doe or not. And the funny thing, fun thing about having a doe tag is you can go, and whenever you see a big deer, you can shoot it because you're allowed to, because if it's a doe, you're allowed to keep it. And that way, maybe you'll get a buck. Maybe you'll get a doe. But if my brother and I are hunting together and we see a deer, maybe I'm the one that shot it if it's a buck. You can read between the lines. You know, you can just go and shoot the first thing you see or the big thing you see. Not have to worry about finding antlers or not. That must be awesome to be able to do, because let's face it, to be able to see a deer, to see it long enough to see if it has antlers and to have a good shot on them, that's hard. Brown is down Amish hunting. I know you can't heat the antlers, but they need to have them for us to be able to kill them. So, I've been on for an hour and 45 minutes, and frankly, I need to pee. I need to go check on my pressure canner. So I will let you guys go. It's been fun. It's been going well tonight. Take care, everyone. And Tracy, I promise you, I will try my best to be there on your next live stream. I'm so sorry I haven't been following you, supporting you the way I should as a friend. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy and stay safe. Take care. Bye.